So Avatar is a platform in the Web3 space, which where we are taking the recruitment on the Web3 space from the traditional systems. The approach is very straightforward, where both employer and employee get a chance first time in the Web3 space to create their own chain identity and establish their performance. This is quite unique and new in the world of Web3, where the users control their data and enable themselves to participate in a P2P solution where they tokenize themselves, their own identity, their performance, and in doing that, the system rewards back to the users, not the system itself. So yeah, that's the basic of Avatar, a P2P AI and recruitment solution on Web3 space.
As someone who's heavily involved in this particular space, what significance would you say that the Web3 world and data ownership has within respect to Avatar? Talk to us about
Yeah,
that.
that's a good question. Let me take it a little back and share a story. Like from Web one, from around 1990 to 2005, the focus was on open protocols, decentralization, and the community governance. And the value primarily benefited users and builders at the network's edges. Then in Web 2, which is spanning around roughly 2005 to 2020, introduced siloed or centralized services dominated by big corporations like Facebook, Amazon, Google, concentrating most of the value in their hands. Now we are entering the Web3 era, blending the decentralized ethos of Web 1 with the advanced functionality of Web 2. Web3 envisions an internet owned by its users and builders, orchestrated through tokens. In centralized platforms, the initial goal is to attract users and third party collaborators to strengthen their network effect. However, as they reach the peak of their adoption, the dynamic shift from positive sum to zero sum. This transition often involves extracting user data and competing with once partnered entities, hindering the innovation. Now, Web3 addresses these issues by decentralizing the ownership and the control. Tokens, both fungible and non-fungible, empowers the users and builders to own portion of internet services. NFTs in specific grants user ownership of various digital assets like art or code and music. Web3 presents a unique approach combining the best aspects of Web 1 and Web 2, and it is an early stage in this movement, making it quite exciting time to join and contribute. Now, in the context of Avatar, the significance of Web3 world and data ownership is transformative. Avatar pioneers a unique form of tokenization where users maintain control over their data, specifically their on chain performance indicators. This control empowers the users to become avatars, essentially tokenizing their personal identity and fractionalizing it into limited NFTs. Within Avatar ecosystem, this tokenization process ensures that users, both employers and employees, establish a transparent and immutable representation of their performance on the blockchain. This user controlled tokenization is a departure from traditional models where third parties often control and exploit the user data. And then I was reading this latest book from Chris Dixon, and it is read, write, and own. And by aligning with these Web3 principles of read, write, own, Avatar not only allows users to read and write data, but crucially enables them to own their data. This approach champions data ownership as a fundamental right. Users can showcase their talent, their reputation, and on chain performance, creating a decentralized talent ecosystem where individuals have direct ownership and control over their professional data. This user centric approach fosters transparency, trust, and a fair value exchange within the Avatar community.
What does your background look like? What did you do prior to the inception of Avatar?
Yeah, Mitch, I'm into tech industry from last 20 years, and I have built and seen the products from Web 1 to Web 2 and Web 3 space. I think it was 2014 where first time I interacted with the smart contract programming, the beautiful approach of you deploy a smart contract and now you can't change it. That was really really amazing for me, an eyesight opener, and I started building in that space. The next stage, which was a kind of eye opener to me and to my team, was the COVID times, when we specially dedicated a time slot and we all were working from homes, and we told to ourselves that let's park few hours in a day to specifically work on this technology and see what other solutions or business cases we can build on it. And then by that time, we have seen the exposure of fungible tokens and non-fungible tokens, and there were some good projects coming in, building their own community. But we were thinking more from a real day-to-day adoption type kind of thing. And we really, conquered some of the cases where we can program inside the smart contracts. So this is me, who is always in the tech side of things, always trying to invent or learn new things where the tech is moving in. I think a couple of years back, when ChatGPT comes in, we also advanced, and we started programming. How can we utilize the behavioral models of the new generation AI, where you don't have to search, you can just enter anything, and the system works in the background and present the information to you rather than you asking the information to the system all the time. So this is me, who is from a tech background and always staying ahead on the tech curve, which is quite an exponential growth happening day to day in the technological field. So yeah, Mitch, that's me.
But how would you say Avatar differs right now from other recruitment platforms that coexist? What are all the main differentiators?
Yeah, Mitch, Avatar's main innovation revolves around users owning and leveraging the data, and the system reciprocates by employing a robust and patented token economic model. And the process is straightforward. It's like every workforce participants creates an avatar made up of fractionalized NFTs, which enables us to tokenize talent. These NFTs, which are community owned, are dynamically linked to performance and create a reward pool. This is not available in traditional recruitment systems at all. And first time, both the employers and employee get a chance to create their digital on-chain reputation. And the higher the reputation of avatar, the better the system rewards the users with a decentralized token reward system. This unlocks the true value of workplace performance, where the entire community has access to talent and performance that can be earned, owned, and traded. So I think the concept in itself, when you say tokenizing talent, in my research and analysis, I have not seen such an approach or process being taken into the recruitment space, typically with the traditional recruitment system. So I think we are ahead. We are the first in this space. And as you were saying, the recruitment is a little bit complex to understand, and most of the time the community thinks, oh, we are just another, what do you call, a freelance platform where we are hiring or publishing the jobs in the web3 space. No, we are not. We are actually a web3 platform where both the employer and employee freely, in a P2P fashion, interact with each other without any restrictions or frictions of the system. So we are far ahead, and we are significantly better than the traditional recruitment system and first in the web3 space. I'll share one thing with you, Mitch, that in traditional recruitment system, you do not have a facility to actually transform your job advertisement into a job. There is nothing like that. It's only the job advertisement. You apply and you go and start working with the employer, and you are again interacting with another CRM or a SaaS based software. Where you are entered, your pay is processing. In Avatar, your job ad is converted into a smart job. So it's actually a smart contract, and that enables you to have your own chain data, which is how many hours in which region you have completed, how many smart jobs. Employer can directly get your performance viewed on the chain. That has never been approached before. So it is purely different. It is not only a recruitment system. It enables you to facilitate the recruitment and transform into smart jobs, which are actually your smart contracts. and on a weekly, daily, hourly basis, you execute them. So both the employer and employee sign with their wallets, which is a signature on the job's execution. So I think that is pretty much that excites me, and that is pretty much different than what we are doing today in the traditional recruitment platforms.
And this kind of ties in exactly with that as well. If you're looking for a particular skill set, it's very easy, I would imagine, to identify it through your platform,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. That's a very good example you are touching here, Mitch. And I'll share you how in Avatar you can prove your skill, yeah, on the chain. Not like someone is recommending you or writing you your recommendation, right? See, when you complete a smart job, which means someone has hired you, right? And someone has hired you for skill, let's say chemical engineering. So if you have done a smart job with your skill as chemical engineering, that smart job in itself is a signature and identity of your skill, which explains or gives the visibility to the employer that this skill has been marked on the chain, that you have completed some jobs for this skill set. Not like, I come to the platform and I said, hey, I recommend you for two or three skills. It is not a decentralized or a transparent system. It is something is happening behind the scenes and you have no information or transparency. But here, if the more the smart jobs you are completing, you're doing, it's a signature of your skill set. That's a powerful data pointer for the employer to understand that they are not hiring someone who is recommended by XYZ, but they have actually completed X number of smart jobs with this skill set. So that's a proven record.
I've put my CV together and I've sent it over to employers. And a lot of the time, to be quite honest, there's been white lies on there. There's been fabrications of information and stuff like that because you want to paint the best picture of
Mhm.
yourself. But as a hirer, that's not an ideal situation, right? If people can only promise what they've done previously, and there's very little due diligence you can do to actually verify that information, you're not 100% sure you're actually hiring the right person. With this, you've got full on-chain
Mm.
transparency. You've actually got a full workload and kind of like track record of what these guys have delivered from a skills and jobs perspective, and it's a much better process for these guys to have more visibility on who the best candidate's going to be, right?
Yeah, exactly. And this is only possible via the concept of tokenization. and and you have to, what do you call, the traditional recruitment is pretty much, governed and owned by the system, and where, as you are saying, the hirer have no visibility of your actual skill set, of your background. Everything is like a manual thing for them, because once they start shortlisting you or hiring you, it is all manual. Here in Avatar you get a on-chain report card kind of thing, that hey, here are the skill set, here are the jobs done by this guy, and here are the transaction history on the chain, which you can actually validate. So that is a very, very big advantage for the employer to understand that that's a transformation. There is a lot of operational and overhead work in the traditional world, which will be eliminated by the on-chain information. So you're exactly right. Yeah.
So I'm keen to understand how this works from a rewards perspective because this is one of the key features of the tokenization and the platform itself. So talk to us about how the reward system works and the mechanics involved in that.
Yeah. See, the reward system is totally like before the reward system, your performance becomes a very important factor to generate the rewards. So the reward system operates on a sustainable and circular economic model of the system entirely, and percentage of every token inflow is redirected to a reward pool, which is managed by a smart contract. We have Avatar's native token, which is talent, TLNT, which will fuel the reward system, and it will be an ERC20 token deployed on the Polygon blockchain. And in our Avatar's business model, there are several platform related sources of token inflows and outflows, all of which are underscored by delivering true utility to the community members. So actually, the performance levels are determined by the system metrics that are immutable and visible 24 by 7s, and which determines the reward generation levels. And this reward pool is periodically utilized to reward the participants, ensuring perpetual sustainability and equitable rewards as the system grows. So, in practical sense, whenever there is a token inflow, Mitch, a percentage of that token inflow goes to the reward pool. And the reward pool is actually a smart contract. So, based on your performance on a periodic basis, the system generates the token as a reward and generates and delivers it to your NFT or fractionalized NFT holders. So you become a talent, you fractionalize into limited NFTs. The people who are holding your NFTs, they are rewarded by your performance. And always a percentage of portion is also always rewarded to you. So the entire reward system is facilitated by your performance and it is managed by the smart contract on the chain.
Um, as a community member, then looking into this,
Hmm.
explain what the user journey looks like and how you could like identify where the best opportunities are when it comes to these fractionalized talent.
Yeah. For the community, we are developing a new product entirely, a talent marketplace. So Avatar will create a talent marketplace where fractionalized NFTs, these talents of Avatar, will be available for open trade. And anyone in the community can purchase these NFTs of high performing avatars. So let's say you connect your wallet with our avatar marketplace and you're able to see all the high performing avatars based on their performance in the leaderboard. And just like you are trading the token Bitcoin and Ethereum on the current today's exchanges or maybe DEX pools, right? And you always compare and see the high performing tokens, you can do the same in Avatar marketplace. You can you can always choose or view or mark your favorite, the high performing talents, the avatars, and you can openly trade their NFTs. Now, this innovative approach is backed by our patented solution which actually reshapes the performance and reward distribution with a strong, sustainable, and circular economic model. And everyone has the ability to create multiple reward streams by identifying talent and maximizing their exposure to it. You can choose to buy 50% of my fractionalized NFTs, Mitch, or you can diversify your portfolio the way it works in the trading environment. So it is a big, big exposure advantage for the community to not only participate and promote the talent by holding their NFTs, but also at the same time become the main user of our marketplace and have a multiple or bigger exposure to higher level performing avatars.
And the avatars themselves, we've not talked about what these will look like. Have you got any, or have you released any teasers of the artwork? Is it in the form of like a card, or what do these look like themselves, these avatars?
That's a good design aesthetic question, and yes, we have many ideas that we will give the liberty to avatar themselves to design their own avatar. So we have two approaches, and definitely at this stage we are trying to develop our lean MVP model, which will be the first glimpse to be shown to the community in April. But yes, we have some plans where the facility of their avatar creation will be given to themselves. So it's like first the KYC will happen, you will perform some jobs, and then the system will tell you, hey, now you are eligible to become an avatar, which means you can fractionalize your NFT. So at that stage you will interact with the system and the system will facilitate or help you to design your own avatar. Now that's a little complex from the UI point of view, and we are seeing a lot of artwork coming very like I like some of the artworks from the recent NFTs of Sandbox and Bored Ape, and it's really cool. But we will try to match that up. But yes, the focus is to give the responsibility back to the avatar to design their own NFTs and own avatars.
Explain to us what that process looked like in terms of selecting the right chain and ultimately who you decided to build this on.
Yeah. See, I think we have, like me and the development team have done some sort of proof of concept works on a couple of chains. We have tried Cardano, we have tried Ethereum definitely, and we have also tried Polygon. There are new chains which are quite promising, like Near blockchain and Solana. Solana also. Every chain has their own, stack of technology, and we have chosen Polygon right now. So Avatar has chosen technology partners that will help us in many aspects like quality, security, and robust operational support. And currently, Polygon is capable of processing more than 65,000 transactions per second, which is quite nice and competitive with Solano as an industry-leading protocol. So to complement this speed, and they deliver a very expensive and robust development tool set as well, and we are quite familiar and experienced with that. So we have chosen Polygon for now.
Where are you guys up to in terms of the development, and how far away do you think we are from seeing a fully polished
Yeah.
version of the Avatr platform?
So, and you are right. The complex of this DApp is the complexity of this DApp is really something we are very concerned and very focused. Concern means yes, we have to make sure when it goes live, it not only works but it is the most simplistic design and the DApp which everyone can easily connect and work on. So at this stage, we have like from January, which we have started working on our we have lean MVP, which will be available in April for the community and the users to see the platform at the first glimpse. Then we are working and planned the beta launch around November, December, the last quarter of this year, and first quarter of 2025 we will go live with the tab. Now, there are two products here which we need to understand. One is DApp and one is Marketplace. And Marketplace cannot work without the DApp because the avatar has to join and connect and perform and create their reputation so that they can fractionalize. And their fractionalized NFTs can be traded in the marketplace. So there are two big complex products or dApps, you can say. And we do not want to leave the power and beauty of AI. So there is a third division which we are working, and we have quite an expert team of AI engineers as well. And our prime focus is not to build the repetitive AI which we have seen in the CRM or SaaS based recruitment softwares. So we are taking a new unique AI engine approach here. We will be identifying the language models and behavioral models where a scoring based AI can be available with Avatar. Not only matching algorithm, but a scoring based, which will dynamically parse and process unlimited resumes and the job advertisements and immediately help the employer and employee both ways to understand and find their nearest needs. So that's our plan right now. Our roadmap is definitely published on the website, but we have three targets. One is April, your lean MVP. Last quarter of this year, the beta, and first quarter of 25, the DApp goes live.
Of course, you're growing exposure through jumping on spaces like this, but in the long term plans, how exactly do you push for that mass adoption onto the platform?
Yeah, that's a good question, and we were discussing about it the other day. See, and community and the early adoption of the users is very important for us to make sure not only we adopt the users, but they understand what is this product about, and easily they can interact and use the product. I think mid of this year, we have planned to hire our business development team from Australia because the first region we are targeting is Australia. So the DApp will go live from the usage point of view, like from the user's point of view, from Australia is the starting point. So we have plans to hire a business development team who will have the lean MVP in their iPads or tablets and will start talking to some of the employers. We have quite a good list of employers already interacting and following the vision of our idea. So we have quite a good number of employers in the space whom we can onboard immediately. Now we need to understand that without smart jobs, there will be nothing for the employees to onboard. So yes, the marketing or the adoption of the employees will start with the beta launch, where we'll start offering the product for them to be used, sign up and sign up early, and there will be some airdrop strategy for the early adopters so that they can not only utilize the system and become avatars before anyone, but they also get some airdrops as an advantage of early adopters. So yes, those strategies are in line. We have plans to hire the dedicated team to focus on the early adoption. So yes, Mitch, that is one of the things for this year for us to focus and plan. So yeah.
Beautiful stuff. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Really looking forward to seeing this build out happen. There's probably a lot of hirers who are looking for really good, skilled people to join their organizations and firms. So For anyone who wants to keep tabs on this and getting involved when we do see the NFTs come to fruition, and of course the platform fully built out, what's the best route for these guys to follow?
We have our, like 24 into 7 live community on Discord. You can all anytime come to our Discord channel, talk to the organizers over there. They will respond to you immediately for your questions, needs, and anything you want to engage with the system. We have our membership NFT right now on the sale, which means if you have the membership NFT, you will be like a dedicated member of the product in that sense. And you can not only interact, but you can give feedback. We will listen to you, and there will be dedicated channels for the NFT holders of the system. So yes, we have the Discord, but also for the social community, the Twitter is always there, and we have a couple of dedicated people who are responding to the tweets and replies and reposts. So we are following that. We are not on LinkedIn or Facebook yet, but we have plans to go to multiple social networks. But Discord is our prime thing, where you not only participate but give us feedback, join our journey, and also be rewarded at the same time. Which just want to share that we have a special reward, and we are giving away Tesla in next couple of months, and that Tesla is only available for the NFT holders. So we have launched our membership NFT. Via the membership NFT, you join our community, but you are also eligible to participate and win a Tesla as a reward.